We are live.
How you guys doing tonight?
Everybody.
I could use a little nap, but these last 4 days were great.
It's late.
It is late. Well, we want to thank everyone for sticking it out with us. We know it's late and we know it'll be, but we wanted to make sure that we introduce ourselves and tell you, do a little wrap up of the last, whoops, I think I need to unmute myself. Hold on. Okay. All right. We're learning all the technical stuff. How many attorneys do you need to get
A few more than that's on this live, let's say that.
To get Zoom working, right? So everyone, thank you for staying up late with us to do this. And we just wanted to get a little wrap up. My name is Fatma Taberi, one of the admins. I'll start with Joanne. You introduce yourself.
My name is Joanne Foster, as Fatmata said. Also another admin and longtime friend of Fatmata. Go Gators.
We went to law school together, so we've known each other for over 20 years. She's in Florida. Tamika.
Hello, everyone. How's it going? My name is Tamika Bennett Watt. I am so excited to have this group. So glad that you guys stayed up to be here with us. We're excited. I'm excited as a Howard alum. I'm particularly excited that she is representing our school, our people, and hopefully this country.
Nice. Okay. So we just want to give you guys a little wrap up, very quick wrap up of what we thought about the last 4 nights of the convention. And just to give you an idea of where we are. So I want Joanne to start to give us an idea of what she got from the convention. Go ahead, Joe.
Well, as you know, my position is a little bit unconventional because I'm not a huge, I guess, establishment Democrat supporter, so to speak, but I am happy to support this particular ticket. I've supported Kamala Harris since she was on the primary campaign trail, so I'm happy that she's on this campaign and on this ticket. And her speech last night was particularly emotional for me, being a person who's a first-generation American. My parents and brother, all born in Haiti, most of my family born in Haiti. So from the Caribbean standpoint, I understand being, first generation, being an American raised here. I really felt all of those emotions that were coming from her, a lot of the issues that she brought up, also being an attorney, and the trials and tribulation of making that career decision as a Black woman in this country. So it was particularly her background and her experience for me resonated with me, and her as a person really resonated with me. So I'm so glad that she's on the ticket. But the other nights, Mrs. Obama, Michelle hit it out the park. Her speech was phenomenal. Brought tears to my eyes as well. And what really resonated with me was just really hearing her say all those things that I felt as an individual, thinking this guy just has to go. There's no excuse at this point. We just need to make sure we do our due diligence and vote, as her beautiful necklace said, and do what we need to do to, work and persevere and make sure that we clear out the White House and bring in fresh new blood that's going to really revitalize this country, and repair all the damage that's been done in this country. So, this week really got me fired up.
Nice. What about you, Tamika?
Everything Joe said and a whole lot more. I think this week really showed us what a big tent looks like. And I think that, a group like this, we're the embodiment of a big tent, because if no other time we needed to come together, for one mission, you know, it's going to be for this. And I think hearing the speakers, I mean, their candid responses, you know, to what we're going on and, you know, what we're going through in this country. I mean, you know, they have a call to action and we have to move, you know. So I think, you know, they're not just saying this because, you know, it's how they feel today. We were warned, you know, 4 years ago. They were saying the same.
Warned us.
Yeah. So at this point, we don't need another warning. It's time for us to walk to, you know, to the mailbox and put those ballots in there. It's time for us to move. So I think, you know, that's what really struck me this week is it reminded me a bit of 2016 all over again. It was like Groundhog Day, but it's almost like we're not going to get a do-over. And I think, you know, this is the time for us to make it happen. And I think, you know, with, you know, I can't compare enough to how our parties are different. You know, so at this point, so yeah, this part, our party is so different. You know, we show how our previous candidates can get together and have fun and, you know, joke around. And it's not just about a party leader or one person. You know, we're all encompassing. We have a party that we're, you know, upholding, and we have a platform that we're excited about. So I just love the fact that they can get together themselves and, you know, and work to make this ticket successful. So I think, yeah, so I'm excited. I think this group is phenomenal. I think that we have certainly, you know, hit a pulse, you know, in our community, and I just can't wait to move forward with you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead. You have something, Joe?
No, I was just going to ask you, Fatmata, what did you think about this week?
Well, it was an emotional 4 days for me. As you know, Joe, I feel a lot.
Yep. I asked you, did you cry with Kamala Harris's speech? Remember that?
I know, right? Because we know how I can get sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but it was an emotional day.
Very much so.
It was very emotional few days. And the reality is that when she came on to speak, it really hit me just like it hit you, right? So I wasn't born here. I was born in Sierra Leone, but I grew up here. So I have the joy of being raised in America, but also being that immigrant child. So I have that immigrant story going. And what she said really impacted and really identified at so many different levels.
Right.
I've always admired her. And from day one, she was my candidate. And anyone who has seen me on social media knows it was the funniest thing. People actually called me and sent me a text, congratulations. I'm like, okay, I don't know the woman. She doesn't know me. Why are you congratulating me? But I was so
But it's a win for all of us, really.
Yes.
It really is. Even the nomination is a win.
It was
absolutely.
It was amazing. And I think it says a lot about where we're going. And Michelle Obama's speech, as you say, Joe, was just amazing. But President Obama literally, like, I could have been bawling my eyes out, right? Because you could see the pain in him. You can hear it. You could see the fact that he was just so emotionally affected as he spoke about the people who came before us, who fought for this.
And like he was holding back tears. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, people who were jailed, communities were burnt down, families were annihilated, people, I mean, beaten, jailed, hung, you name it, it happened for this one beautiful right to vote. And this administration is trying to take it away from not just us as people of color now, as Black people, but everybody, right?
Everybody.
They just want anybody to vote. Doesn't matter who you are. They're going to such a huge level. Destroying the democracy is crazy.
That should be the easiest thing we can do. I mean, the easiest thing we should be able to do in this country is to be able to vote.
Exactly. And
if we're going to call ourselves a democracy, that's the one thing we shouldn't dismantle. But it seems as though that's the first thing they're looking to completely dismantle.
That's the first thing they want to get rid of. And this
Yep.
last 4 days, if we didn't take anything else from it, is like we said, the big tent. I loved the roll call. I've always liked it, but I
Oh yeah, that's right.
really
That was
enjoyed
I
it.
hope they keep that. I really hope they keep that. You see,
Me
places
too.
you don't think about. Yeah.
I didn't miss all the screaming and yelling, quite frankly.
You don't
There's
get
a little bit of energy there, but I
Yeah.
wish they do both. They can do both. They can have the people in the room, and then they can have the others too. I think they can do both.
I missed
I
the
love that. Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
but that was beautiful.
It
That-
was. Yes, it was.
I loved it. I really, really loved it. And so for me, that was really good. And he showed us the different parts of this country that was just beautiful.
Right.
And the different combination of people that we have in America. And I think we have to take that a lot more serious than we do. We are very unique nation. There's no other place in the world like the United States of America. There's no other place in the world that has our history. There's no other place in the world that can do what we can do. That's just the reality.
Right.
Okay? And I think this convention showed it, right?
Absolutely.
It showed all types of people from all walks of earth. It showed all mindsets, because you have far left, middle, far right, Democrats. You have all these people from
An NRA member who's elderly and voted for Trump in the last election. What was that about? That was shocking.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But what does it say, right? It says a lot. It says that the nation is in such a place that maybe this is where we try to work to come together. And that's why I think this Black Diaspora group is really critical. It's crucial for us as a people, because we are Black diasporans. So,
and like we said, some of us just have been here, working longer, but it doesn't mean that, we're not worthwhile. We're not here for it. We're not here for a purpose. So I think when we say diaspora, we've, from Latin America to the Americas to the islands, the mainland, Africa itself, the continent. So we're here now just showing that we're just one people. We're connected. We're here for a common purpose. And I think when we try to say that, we're different, that's when we lose our way. And we want to make sure that we're all on the same page, and that, it's moving forward together that we're focused on. And I think, once we know that we're connected, I think we can move, forward. And I think
there's nothing wrong with variety. There's nothing wrong with us having different flavors.
Right.
But the problem is when we decide that we are so different that we aren't one people, and we have different agendas. And that's problematic. That's where the problematic part comes in.
Tamika, you might remember this. Our former county executive like to say, I think he was about the county or Silver Spring, but maybe the county, that he's from Louisiana, right? So he used to say that we were like gumbo. Gumbo has everything, it has shrimp, it has all these things, but somehow each thing
is
able to maintain its own flavor. Nothing wrong with that, but together it is so good, and that was one of the best, and I use that. I've never asked his permission. I just love it. I've never asked his permission to use it, but I love it, and I think it goes to the heart of this country, not just our county, but this country.
Absolutely.
And I think one of the things we need to be able to do is really support this ticket, really support Kamala Harris, because it is very difficult as a woman, especially as a Black woman, as a woman of color, to run this country. Tamika,
well,
right?
Yeah, we do. I want you to speak about that.
You ladies ran for public office, right?
Yeah. So ran for state delegate. So you get these comments, right? Even about what you're wearing. Like literally, you get comments about what you're wearing and what not to wear. And I knew other candidates, men, who wore whatever. They wore some sneakers, a pair of jeans. nothing. But if you are not, you know, the suit, and people ask questions, people are like, maybe you should do that. Maybe you should wear some pearls. And you feed into that. And I tried it. I have a couple of pictures with pearls, but it wasn't me. And I learned,
Thank you. Yeah.
yeah, to just be me,
Mm-hmm.
myself, and you will love me for me and my ideas and what I plan to do, or you don't.
Or not.
You know, but the reality is that women, especially Black women, women of color, really need support, and we have to give all that support. And I'm asking people to rally behind this ticket, because it is historic. This is a historic ticket.
Yep.
And people say it, but it really, I mean, this is, you know,
candidates down the ballot. The candidates down the ballot too, you know.
Exactly, Tamika.
We want to make sure that, yes, we want to make sure we get the House, the Senate, so that when they begin to enforce, you know, enact their agenda, that they won't meet friction on day one, you know, that they'll be able to do the things and basically dismantle all the disruption we've had so far, so that we can move forward. So I think, you know, it is time for us to make this country a reality, and, you know, and live up to its dreams that we all know and hope and are sure to come. So I think, you know, we're going to focus on winning it all. We're going to focus on winning the down ballot, you know, making sure that this election matters. And, you know, our vote is going to show that it mattered to us just that much.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult to gauge because we're all kind of isolated and quarantined, or we're supposed to be anyway. But do you guys think that this is Obama level of enthusiasm for this ticket? Do you think that exists right now?
I think it's more. I think if the candidates weren't so close to him, I think it would be, you know, maybe good candidates running, but because they're so close to him, they're so connected to him, I think it's more than that. I think it's more, and especially because of the situation we're in now, there's literally a sense of, you know, he ran on hope, you know, and so many people feel hopeless, you know. So I think we're now saying we want that, and we also want to do better than just being hopeful. You know, we want to move, you know, past that. So
we need results.
I'm sorry.
We need results.
We need results. We do. I mean, he left
tangible.
he left us with so much, and it's like it just evaporated, you know. And then we're in the midst of so many conflicting crises that I think, you know, we feel like this is definitely our time. I mean, you have, you know, the Parkland kids that are, you know, getting together. You have all these smaller groups that are getting together saying, you know, we're going to make this change happen. So I do think that the enthusiasm is there. I think because Obama is so passionate about the things that he believes in, and he knows that they're the ticket to make sure that his legacy lives on too. Oh, it's monumental, I believe.
Yeah.
I agree.
So much at stake with this election. So much at stake.
Yes, and I agree. It's hard to tell because we are so separated. But if discussions and reactions you see online or on TV is anything to go by, because, you know, then yeah, I agree. I think especially when Kamala Harris was put on the ticket, I think it just kind of raised the bar of excitement, and it made people more, oh my God, what?
I think a lot of us were lukewarm during the 2016 election. And so that's why a lot of people kind of sat home. So if we can somehow contribute to Obama level and more level, you know, more enthusiasm, whatever we as a collective can do to contribute to that, I think that has to really be our focus from now in the next 70 something days. How many more days left? 75, now 74?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
However many days left, if, you know, we need to really, really work on that and see what we can do to contribute to that.
Yeah.
And she validates our efforts historically as, you know, Black women being, you know, the one that basically kept the Black vote, you know, afloat in our Democratic Party. So I think just seeing her you know, in that position, it affirms our work, you know, our sacrifices, and it shows us that, you know, okay, well, it pays off, you know. So to support her is a non-brainer almost. And, you know, thank God that she is, you know, running with a good person at the top of the ticket, Joe Biden. So I think we're in a good place. And then moving forward, we also as a team, as a group, and as a membership of people that are very enthusiastic about this election, we also want to make sure that by putting your time into researching things for this group and contributing to the group, that it doesn't go unseen and unnoticed. And we want to make sure that we have an intent behind having all of us together. We're not just going to be a crowdsourced group where you just post and you never know, is it going down a black hole? Are people reading it? Are they focused on what's going on? Or is it just another really nice meme? So what we also want to do is we want to make sure that we have a focus, a week pretty much, and to not waste anyone's time in this, because time is of the essence in this election, and we want to make sure that what we're doing with so many people is we're finding a way to work together for the betterment of this election on a very short-term purpose too, and beyond. So Saturday we have a rollout. We are excited to tell you guys what we have in mind as far as moving forward, letting you know how we're going to leverage our efforts and, speak about states. If we're going to focus on a state, what are we going to do next to make sure that this group is going to make a difference in this election. So we'll be back on Saturday to go over that.
Look out for the graphic. Hopefully we'll put out a and with the time and everything, and we'll be back just like this live, and we can have a conversation. So be ready to ask it questions that you may have live, and we will be able to answer those questions. So I will say good night, because we don't want to keep you guys any longer. We've been on with you all for about 20 minutes. Joanne, Tamika, any last words?
I need to sleep. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Thank you guys for staying up with us. Yeah.
Good night, guys.
But we'll see you all on Saturday with more information about what we're going to do and how we're going to roll this out, and what we're all going to do as a collective to keep the enthusiasm up and to keep us drinking coffee through the night so that we can get this done, and make sure that the Biden campaign knows that Kamala Harris was a good gamble.
Yes.
That this was a good choice, and we can deliver, and we're going to contribute to delivering, with all the efforts that we put in. So
Totally.
this is going to be exciting.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night instead of good morning. Good night. Bye, guys.